What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Cavaliers video for you guys as NBA free agency officially gets underway tomorrow. And when it comes to what the Cavs need in free agency, I think it's safe to say we all know what the Cavs need. They need a solid 3-and-D wing that can shoot and defend the perimeter. Because don't get me wrong, Isaac Okoro was a very good defender. His offensive game was severely lacking, especially from beyond the arc. Now, I will say, once the calendar turned to 2023, he actually did a lot better. But then, as expected, he kind of came back down to earth, and he really wasn't a factor on offense. Teams really weren't respecting him like that. They would leave him wide open in the corner, essentially daring him to shoot, while they doubled up Donovan and Darius and all them. Yeah, we need a solid three that teams would have to respect. Someone who can get buckets and also defend on the perimeter. Because that's also where we got killed a lot too, especially in the corners. Sheesh. But yeah, like I said, Isaac Okoro was great on defense, but his offensive game was just not there. I mean, he's been in the league for how long now? And he still doesn't really have an offensive game. Except for dunking. Pretty much. That's his best trait. Dunking. Pretty much. He's like Ben Simmons. Although, at least, he has a bit of a shot. Ben Simmons ain't got no three ball at all. At least Isaac's not afraid to shoot it. It's just that he misses a lot of them. But we'll see what they do. And then, along with a solid 3-and-D wing, I think they go for a backup big man that can also shoot a little bit. One name that comes to mind immediately is Thomas Bryant. I think they're going to go for a good backup big man to take the load off of Jared Allen. That'd be huge, especially when the dog days of the season come around, like in mid-January to March. That's where your team's mental fortitude really comes out. And that's where the depth really shows up. But we'll see what they do. Now, I also have a couple other things to talk about, as today the Cavs made decisions on a couple players' contracts. Cedi Osman and Dylan Windler, they had to guarantee Cedi Osman's contract, as well as they had a deadline to qualify Dylan Windler, essentially making him an RFA. And Adrian Wojnarowski gave us the update on Cedi Osman's contract status, as according to Woj earlier this morning, and I quote, "The Cleveland Cavaliers are fully guaranteeing forward Cedi Osman's $6.7 million contract for 2023-2024, sources tell ESPN. Osman has averaged nearly 10 points a game in his 6 seasons with the Cavs." God, he's already been with us 6 years? It's freaking crazy. But yeah, he's been good. Except he's also been incredibly inconsistent. Now, here's something to keep in mind. Just because we're guaranteeing his contract does not mean he's going to be on the Cavs come game 1. We could easily trade him because now he's a expiring contract instead of a non-guaranteed trade chip. Pretty much. We could still trade him. Who knows what we're going to do? But that'll be something to watch. And then when it comes to Dylan Windler, according to Michael Scotto, a little bit ago, about an hour or so ago actually, and I quote, "The Cleveland Cavaliers did not extend Dylan Windler a qualifying offer," leak sources told at Hoops Hype. "Windler will enter the market as an unrestricted free agent." And with that, one of the biggest derps in Cavs' recent draft history is officially gone. Why do I say biggest derp? Well, you see, I remember when this happened. The Cavs were originally going to draft Keldon Johnson. And then at the very last possible second, they flipped and they took Dylan Windler. And now you look and see where Johnson and Windler are. Johnson's a key piece on a rebuilding Spurs team, and Dylan Windler's a free agent. And what really sucks about Windler was the fact that he just could not stay healthy. I swear that dude spent more time in street clothes than in actual uniform. And when he was in uniform, he didn't really do much. There was a period where he could actually play, but he was scared to shoot. Then he kept getting hurt. I always called him like Mr. Glass, windshield. Glass man. I swear that dude had glass bones and paper skin. It really sucked. But we'll see where he goes. And someone actually on Twitter said, imagine he magically gets healthy now. That would be our luck, too. He actually stays healthy and he becomes a key piece on a rebuilding team or something. But I wish him all the best. Just didn't really work out here. And it really sucks because injuries is the reason why it didn't work out here. You know, he was actually solid in college. Then he came here and he just couldn't stay on the court, couldn't stay healthy. You know, he became Captain Street Clothes. All right, now moving on. The Cavs officially announced their Summer League roster earlier today. And overall, not really too many surprises. I think the biggest surprise is Khalifa Diop, who the Cavs drafted last year. He currently plays overseas, as you can see. Gran Canaria, I believe, is his team, unless he's on a new team now. Thought I saw he was on a new team. Someone, I'm sure, will update me in the comments. But of course, Emoni Bates, Mike Bothwell, who I believe played at Cleveland Central Catholic in high school. That's pretty cool. Sharif Cooper, Wendell Green, Cedric Henderson Jr., Sam Merrill, and Isaiah Mobley coming over from the Cavs. Pete Nance, who I believe is Larry Nance Jr.'s brother. That's dope. We'll see how he does. Craig Porter Jr., Devontae Schuler, Luke Travers, who the Cavs drafted last year, playing in the NBL in Australia. And then Fabian White, coming from the South Bay Lakers. So overall, a solid roster. They're probably going to be a fun team to watch. They always are. They've always had fun summer league teams. You know, especially with Emoni Bates. I'm really intrigued to see how he does. Of course, at one point in time, he was one of the top prospects coming out of high school. And then things just started happening off the court, and he wound up, in trouble and stuff. He started off at Memphis, got in trouble, left there, went to Eastern Michigan, which was essentially a trash team. Someone on Twitter actually said that was like a garbage AAU team or something like that. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be fun. And as far as me streaming Summer League games, I might stream one or two. We'll see. Depends on what's going down, you know, if there's any other games going on, which I doubt it. Unless like the Guardians are playing or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to try to stream at least one Summer League game this year. But we'll see what happens. But now let's talk about the free agent targets that Cleveland.com's Chris Fedor listed. So we're going to start off with the unrestricted free agents. And as you can see, my dude damn near listed the entire UFA class. 17 names. Yes, I counted. You have Max Strus, Dante DiVincenzo, Kelly Oubre Jr., Jalen McDaniels. Of course, you could just read it. I don't know why I'm listing them. Just read it. Right? Now, as far as names that I would want, I've already talked about some of them, like Max Strus, Kelly Oubre, Josh Richardson, who is one of my favorite targets out there, Dwight Powell, Thomas Bryant, Mason Plumlee. But then you got the names like Dante DiVincenzo, Jalen McDaniels, Seth Curry, Joe Ingles, another friend of Donovan Mitchell, huh? Troy Brown Jr. wouldn't be bad. A reunion with Torian Prince, Trey Lyles. I would like Trey Lyles. That dude always cooked us when we played the Kings. Christian Wood would be very interesting, but I think he's going to want a pretty sizable contract. Because the one thing about Christian Wood is he can shoot really well from three, but his defense isn't really there. He's kind of like the opposite of Isaac Okoro. He can shoot, but he can't defend, which is ironic for a big man. But he comes here, he could play with Mobley and or Jared Allen, and they would cover up his inefficiencies on defense while he just cooks teams from three. Because how the heck would you be able to guard him if he's just banging threes in your face, right? But yeah, of course, you have Bismack Biyombo as well, George Niang. There's some pretty intriguing names on the UFA market. And then when it comes to RFAs, restricted free agents, he only listed 3. Miles Bridges. Oh boy, could you imagine if we brought in Miles Bridges? Oh my God. Miles Bridges and Deshaun Watson in the same city, all the Guardians would have to do is go out and trade for Aroldis Chapman, and we'd have the trifecta of people who've gotten in trouble. Oh my God. Although the thing is, though, with Deshaun, that was, of course, all allegedly, never really got in trouble with the law, just got sued. Whereas Miles Bridges actually did get in trouble with the law. Yeah, I think he slapped his significant other or something like that. And the thing is, too, about Bridges, he was like that close to getting the bag. Like the Hornets literally had the bag in their hands, ready to give it to him. And this dude got in trouble. I remember like it was like yesterday, like it just happened. I saw a tweet saying, yeah, the Hornets are set to, give Miles Bridges this big ass contract. I kid you not. A little while later, boom, Miles Bridges in trouble. And it's like the Hornets said, oh, you wanted this? Well, we'll just put this back in the vault. Cam Johnson would be nice too. I mean, Chris Fedor mentioned him as a pipe dream. And yes, he is the definition of a pipe dream because I highly doubt the Nets would let him leave Brooklyn. And then Grant Williams, I don't know the Celtics situation when it comes to money, but I'm pretty sure we'd be able to lure him away. But yeah, most likely the Celtics would match any offer, especially considering all we have to offer is the MLE. So yeah, like that would be a breeze for these teams to match. They would have no trouble. They would probably match it the moment we submitted the offer sheet. They'd look at us going, are you serious? Did you think we weren't going to match this? Huh? Who do you think we are? He's not going to Cleveland. He's staying right here. Pretty much. But yeah, let me know what you think of the names as tomorrow is the day, right? We'll see what the Cavs do. The Cavs could be busy, or they might be quiet for a couple of days. Who knows? NBA free agency always starts off pretty quick. Usually right when it starts, guys be flying off the shelf. So we'll see what goes down tomorrow. And I'm sure the Cavs are already cooking up ways to bring players in. You know how they are. So with that being said, that's going to wrap it up. I'm Crazy Dog, and I'm not streaming the Guardians game tomorrow. I'm going to just relax. I'm probably going to go replenish the food supply in the house because it's getting kind of low in here. It's getting to the point now where I go to the fridge and it's pretty bare. So I'm probably going to be at the store. So that means something's probably going to happen. It's usually how it goes, right? I go to the store and something always happens. I swear. I think the Beal trade happened when I was at the store. So if you're wanting something to happen, I'm going to the store tomorrow, most likely. So yeah, be on the lookout. So if something does happen and I'm at the store, expect a video out when I get back. But most likely we're not going to see much of anything until free agency actually starts. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Cavs. And it's almost time to get to work and making this roster better. All right, let's go Cavs. And I'm out. Bye-bye.